podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Be sure to follow her over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin.
Ep8 PCA.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. I don't know what to even say. Lower Decks, episode...
it's getting worse and worse.
7, 8, I don't even remember.
It's 8, and I don't remember the name. It's...
Yeah, something with a V, whatever. This is, I don't know. It's everything about it. This is the way everyone talks to each other. Everyone's cussing at each other, and there's
putting each other down.
Everyone's putting each other down. There's no protocols. This is a big episode about crapping all over the fans.
Yeah.
This is all about.
Oh yeah, Star Trek is crap.
Yeah. This is what the whole entire episode's about. And for anyone who knows, just a little thing that CBS did hit us with the copyright for last week's episode. And guess what? I don't give a flying F what CBS thinks. I'm going to keep reviewing this show regardless of whatever the hell they do to me. Yep. So, so overall, it's like a clip episode. No, they always do that sometimes where it's like a bunch of random things. So this episode is like that, but of episodes we never saw.
Yeah, exactly. Like you think it's a filler, but it's not a filler.
Because it's just nonstop things from other stuff. And this is the one with Q's in it, but he's only in it for a little bit.
Thank goodness.
And his whole part's like Delancey. They must have gave him a big paycheck. He probably says 25 things, like separate words.
Maybe.
Doesn't say much.
No.
So, okay, when we get to it, everything is don't you remember in this episode? Don't you remember that name from this episode? Do you remember how they dressed like this in that episode? That's this whole entire thing.
Yeah, but the Star Trek officers wouldn't do that.
I hate Easter eggs because it's lazy. If I like little things that are in the background, like a little callback here and there, or like if there's like, remember in Discovery when they showed all the captains' names, we saw Archer, but they didn't harp on it like they do on this show.
No.
So they do that here. There's tons of that.
Oh, it's in your face.
We see this planet, and I don't know if these aliens or this planet's ever been shown before. They might have. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, but I'm not sure. I don't remember.
We get the 4 idiots, the lower decks people, and they are being put into some type of prison.
Yeah. And they don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I honestly thought, is this a simulation? Is this some type of test? Is it something going on? Because they don't know what's happening. Oh my God, this is a prison. Oh no, it's more like a dungeon. And then Brad, these fourth wall jokes. I need context. You wouldn't say that if you were thrown in a prison. You want to be like, what the hell's going on?
Exactly.
Me and you, the viewers, we want context. But isn't it funny when Brad said it?
I don't know what's going on. What the hell happened? That's what I say. Why are we here? That would have made more sense. You didn't have to say the context part.
Because the audience wants context. Here, he's recognizing your complaint. Aren't we clever writers?
No, it's stupid and obvious. It's the opposite of clever.
So, and what's her face? I already forgot her name again. The Orion girl. She and she's like being all like kind of weird and like, oh no, what if they caught us? I've been replicating too much ice. Is that why we were thrown in prison? Because I make too much ice?
You're talking about replicating machines that are so advanced that can replicate any food you want. Why would that matter?
Why would they?
It wouldn't even like it's like a real ice coming out of the out of Cerritos. That's
yeah,
exactly
like the ice machine when you go to like a hotel.
A hotel, yeah.
I was taking too much ice.
Yeah, what? That's not.
That's
funny.
The joke.
That's not funny.
Did anyone in this whole entire who watches this show? Did anyone laugh at that? Did anyone just have a stupid puzzled look on their face like you wrote that line and you thought it was funny?
I think the writers of this show are just like in some kind of like Neverland of like, oh, everything we do is great and aren't we clever? No, it's not clever. It's stupid.
Brad, I don't know if it was Brad or Rutherford. If one of them said that they saw the bridge crew get captured too. Mm-hmm. So all of them got captured. We don't know how they got captured. Even by the end of the episode, we don't know how they got captured.
No,
they never explain how they get captured.
Yeah, the stuff that you would want to know, we never know about this show.
So they're being put into this room, and it looks very Klingon tribunal-ish. Like we have people all like in the rafters.
Yeah, literally, their prison cell ends up going up. The floor does to this prison part. Yeah, to this trial part.
That's what it totally looks like. So you see this guy, and he's like all very loud and brash. I don't know if this alien race, whatever, is a big giant buster sword. What is he, Cloud? Ridiculous. So they have this special horn that you have to only say the truth into because it's like their ceremonial thing. Mm-hmm. and then they're all going to be interrogated because they need to bear witness to what your bridge crew did. And they're like, oh crap, what do you mean? We don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Because they're a bunch of dunderheads. They don't know anything. So the first thing they call up is Mariner. Beckett, is that her name?
She said Beckett.
Yeah, so Beckett, Mariner, what kind of name is
I'm
Beckett?
just gonna call you Mariner.
Then they're having a Trek argument, which is fine for the fans to do. But to see it in the actual show,
it's cringy, guys.
It is cringe as a mother effer.
It is.
I said who's the biggest badass, not the biggest nobody even knows. And I guess Brad brought up that dude. I had to look it up because I didn't know who this guy he was talking about. Once I saw his picture, I remembered who he was.
It was that race that got enhanced to fight the wars, but then when they were over with, they couldn't evolve them to the point where they wouldn't be so savage. Because every time they get attacked, they get more aggressive and better strategists and stronger. So all of a sudden they said, well, you're not going to back us down, and they wanted to overthrow the government because you're not going to print us anymore. And Picard's like, you would do something about it. Go, you're right, we're leaving. Picard says, you need to deal with this. This is an internal matter. We can't do nothing with this.
And Brad says that he outsmarted Picard. I don't consider that as an outsmarted Picard.
No,
Picard actually said, you know what? The only move to make is not to make a move.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, hey, we're backing off, and if you don't fight, then they don't fight. Yeah. It's one of those weird things.
Yeah, because you were telling us it's an internal matter when we told you what you did to these people wrong, but now you want our help. No, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
It's your problem now. Because I'm not going to risk my security force and losing half my crew to stop these people. It's not going to happen.
So that's what he says is the biggest badass. Well, he's a good dude, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say he was.
I think that was just the wrong analogy.
Yeah. Then Mariner's like, oh, that guy's stupid. What about Khan? Yeah, Khan is a super badass. He was really cool. But would they know these intimate details about these characters?
You wouldn't know that Rutherford guy. He wouldn't know that other guy at all. But
yeah, Darren Russ or something for him, something like that.
But they would know Khan because Khan is kind of a big name even in the history books. But
would she know those intimate details?
Maybe not.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then what's her face is like, oh, I want to talk about Khan. Oh, he's like his big chest. Remember, Carlos Montalban had that fake chest. It wasn't real. No. For anyone who knows, his chest wasn't that muscular. That was like a prosthetic fake.
What was it? I think it was one of the old game shows that really knew him all. Goes, wow, I didn't know he worked out, and I thought I was fake. Oh, I thought he worked out. Like, dang, you got
some pics.
Yeah.
But then she's like, oh, I have to go pee first.
Why would you say that? Just keep that to yourself. Why would you say that?
Because I don't like it. It's just like, oh, okay, I need to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
Come on. But she's like, one of the guys, hey man, I have to go take a major piss. Dude, does anyone enjoy this kind of talk in the Trek?
Men don't even talk like that.
Nope. Well, only these women do.
No.
So they go out, then she goes out there and we kind of hear a red alert, but the door shuts. She runs back in. The ship's on red alert. No, it's not. And then Rutherford's just like, yeah, I reprogrammed him to be extra loud so we would hear him. So he effed it up.
But what about the red lights? They didn't say nothing about that.
No, I also noticed too, no one is ever called to battle stations. No one's ever called to anything. All lower decks crew, we need you on the bridge.
Yeah, nothing.
Because didn't they notice they weren't on their bridge positions?
I know, right?
So because Mariner and Brad have bridge duty.
Or at least the lieutenants in charge of them would say, hey, guys, get out of here. The red alert's going on. You got to get to your battle stations.
They don't do nothing.
No, they're all like they're isolated. All on their own.
So they're on the turbulent up to the thing, and they have to fix their collars because even Brad is starting to undo his collar now.
Yeah.
He wants to be just like his pretend girlfriend.
Yeah. At least they both fix it. I guess they're supposed to be on bridge duty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because it goes. But wouldn't they notice they weren't at their positions?
I know.
Wouldn't they get instantly contacted?
Exactly.
Whatever. This show's so stupid. So Brad's like, what are we going to tell them? Oh my God, we're going to go up there and they're all going to be looking at us and think we're going to...
This is red alert. Why are you acting like this?
Why are you worried about that? Yeah. No, when you're late for class and you have to sneak in when the teacher's not looking.
That's so dumb.
I'm going to crawl on the ground.
Guys, the ship could be getting destroyed. You're acting like an idiot. Who cares?
So Brad's like, I'm gonna tell him what happened. No, you're not gonna get Rutherford in trouble for messing with the thing. Just do what I do. Just go with it.
No, man, you're trying to do the right thing.
The constant lying to your superior officers is insane.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So they literally sneak onto the bridge, just like I said. Like, oh, you snuck into class late. So they're literally crawling on the ground and they crawl into their seats.
Yeah.
And none of the bridge crew notices, even though it's right in front of them.
Yeah, well, of course they notice that. They're literally on the helm.
I can understand if you were working comms, you can kind of maybe slide in there.
Yeah, on the back part. Yeah. No, they're in the front where the seats are at.
They didn't see them.
They drive the freaking Cerritos.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, God, I'm tired of these jokes. They're not funny.
So we see that the captain transports back onto the ship, and there's some alien race, and like big bug people. Mm-hmm. Those are Galaga. So the big bug people call him like, "Oh, what is this disgrace you to my people. What do you mean? I just wanted to thank you for this map of the neutral zone. And I guess they stole it?
Yeah.
But, so by the end of this episode, do you think she stole it?
I think she did.
But she's trying to say, oh no, I thought you gave it to me as a gift. And they're like, no, this is they're gonna attack them.
Well, but at that point, he wants it back. Here's another thing. Just scan the map. Got it. And give it back to him. A tricorder can scan that map.
Unless there was some type of thing in the map that the computer had to
But they don't explain that.
They don't explain anything.
That's the problem.
So they literally have a glass map that doesn't even look all that.
No. It looks like a generic map you'd see in a kid's map at
like you'd buy at a freaking bookstore. Yeah, the
back of your kid's meal.
The back of the cereal box.
Yeah, you get the little decoder ring. Yeah, I get to decode this.
So they're gonna get attacked, and then the captain's like, I need suggestions. Mariner, what should we do? I think we should do what you do, Captain. Damn right.
Of course she's gonna say that. Now she likes Mariner now. Remember she hated her?
Then Boinger, I need opinions. What do you think we should do? Then he's like, I don't know, and then she's trying to tell her, so he does the same thing she does. I think we should do. I don't want you to kiss my ass. I want options.
Why would you say that?
Why wouldn't she say that to Mariner?
Of course not, because Mariner's always correct. And he keeps going on to Mariner saying, cut it off.
And he keeps talking about use maneuver 88 or something. That'll get us killed. What about we use the impulse drives to do this? Oh no, is this guy kidding me? Why would she talk to the ensigns about anything?
Why are you asking their suggestions for anything? It's ridiculous.
That's why, honest to God, thought this was some type of training thing, or they're being tested.
Yeah, you think that's what it is why would they be acting like this?
Why wouldn't she talk to her tactical officer?
Yeah. If this was like a normal situation, you say, Ensign, what do you suggest to do in this situation, like a normal situation? This is red alert.
Yeah.
Why would you be asking them anything?
They're gonna totally get attacked.
And then the engineer's saying, well, you want to advance in your career, you have to answer these. And he's like, well, I don't know.
That's why I thought this was a test, because they're talking to each other. Remember, Boinger, there's no wrong answers. Like, is this serious or is this not serious?
I don't know. It's so weird.
So then she tells Mariner, send them a message. Right, Captain. Wink, wink. And she fires at them.
Wow, and he goes, no, I didn't want you to do that.
Would she even have control of that? Would that be tactical? Wouldn't the Bajoran guy have to do that?
Yeah.
Why
communications officer, not her. Why don't you go in and say, okay, we have the map. Well, we can come over. We could talk about it.
My suggestion would be give back the map.
Yeah.
No one even suggests.
No, but that's it. But at least give it back. Like I said, scan the dang thing. What would that have been so hard?
So she shoots at them. So this is gonna start a big old fight. So they're starting to get fired at and everything, and then she's going on with their story. But we get back to present time, and the guy's like, "What are you talking about? I don't want to know about that. I want to know about what happened with the map." She's like, "Map? Yeah, I guess there was a map there, but I really don't know what was happening with that. Oh, you're lying and whatever." And she gets basically held in contempt. But it's not regular contempt. It's like a vat of eels.
Yeah, she gets some kind of gravity ray, grabs her and just put her in these eels that are deadly.
Or are they electric eels? Whatever.
I don't know.
Because they get put in there, but they don't really do anything to them. But then Brad runs up there and kind of starts talking and basically saves her ass.
Yeah.
Come on, Mariner. Are you going to give Brad anything for jumping up there? And
no, and then she doesn't.
Yeah,
she doesn't.
Never
She
does.
doesn't.
You can't ever say thank you, Brad. So then Brad saves her by saying, "Oh, I was there on the bridge too. We didn't see anything to do with the map. I don't know what you're talking about." Then what's her face comes going, "Yeah, the map. Yeah, who knows anything about a map?" I'm thinking, okay, so she does know about the map.
Yeah, because why is she acting like this?
She's so over the top.
Yeah.
Why can't anything be subtle in this show?
Nope.
So the next one up to testify is Rutherford, and he's like, "I need to know what happens on Stardate 7.34.2.
Why do you say it like that? Because I have a brain, I have a memory of everything. I have.
Yeah, I can literally replay everything that I saw. But why did he say the Stardate all scary, and why did it zoom in?
I know, it's so dumb.
Again, did anyone laugh at that? No. Is that funny to anyone?
No, it's not.
So he's like, "Ooh, do you really want to know what happened on that day?" He's like, "I can tell you about all these other days, all kinds of cool stuff." "No, I want the one that I asked for." Okay. So I guess the day starts out with him having to adjust these little things because they overheat if they face the same direction for too long. Wouldn't that be automated? Why is so much stuff on the ship freaking manual?
Well, here's the thing about this. If there was something like that on Archer's ship, I could believe it. But by this time, I don't think they would have that. If something was a failsafe and it went down, maybe it'd start heating up in general. But no.
All the time?
All the time, no.
So the Bajoran guy and then the chief of engineering shows up and "Hi guys, you want to help me rotate?" This guy 5 years old?
Gosh,
Do you know how to fly like a Vulcan bird of prey or like a Romulan bird, whatever, some type of ship? And then he's like, well, I don't know now, but can you download it? Yeah, I can download that, but I like to do it while I sleep because it has to restart me.
No, you can't.
Your superior officers are telling you what to do.
You just do it.
You kind of do it.
Exactly.
Mom, maybe not today. You know. So they order him to do it. So he's like, okay. And he starts to download it. And they're like, yeah, because we need you to fly this in and start naming off some mission they're going to call him on. And he's like, whoa, what do you mean? Oh, man, you don't want to die this way because it goes up your pee hole and it, like, kills you.
What are you I know, right? He's like, what?
What's the fascinations with genitalia in this show?
I know, right?
Aren't balls and pee-pees funny? Let's talk about your pee-pee.
It's like Battletoads, like
God, what? This is Trek.
I know.
This is what we're talking about: butts and boobs and pee-pees. Is that where we're at, people?
I know, right? And then it updates just like an update in the computer.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
And every time it updates, it knocks him out, and he just wakes up like 12 hours later. So then I guess he just goes into automated mode. And then we see him wearing some funky thing, and he told me this is a...
Remember when Spock, when they went back in the past to San Francisco, and he's wearing that getup with the headband? That's what it is. All the white he's wearing, that's what it is.
Remember that?
So dumb.
Enough with the fucking Easter eggs. I'm sick of them.
The thing is, it's too much. It's over the top.
So, like, they're on something, and they don't even know what happened. And I guess he was, like, being a badass and, like, beating the hell out of everyone, but he doesn't remember anything because he literally blacked out. Yeah. Come on, we're still on mission. So he literally throws them out of the hatch, and as they're like falling to the ground,
transport.
They
all that to do. You didn't have much.
He passes out again,
yeah.
And then he wakes up, and they're just like in some type of like hangar where the ship. So this is where they're stealing the bird of prey, but it's like an old one.
Yeah.
Because it literally has like the bird
back
thing.
in Kirkstown.
Yeah. So they're stealing an old one, and he's like, "Here, I need you to distract this guy and don't draw any attention." Wait a second, you have drawn my attention. This is a SpongeBob joke.
Yes.
Like if SpongeBob and Patrick were trying to break into the zoo, and then Patrick was supposed to distract a guy, and he ends up
breaking Krabby Patties late at night.
Yeah, or like it was Plankton trying to get the Krabby Patties. Yeah. This is this type of joke.
Yeah, but that's fine for that, not this.
Got to distract him. Use your fan dance. Remember when Uhura did a fan dance? These are rapid fire freaking Easter eggs. I'm sick of them. I'm so sick of them.
I don't want to see another one, and we got 2 hours. We're going to see him.
So he's trying to do his fan dance, and
he doesn't notice him up top doing this.
He can't look up. He can't even hear when he was like yelling down to him. He couldn't look down.
No.
So he's doing the fan dance. I don't know. You're trying to distract me. You're not doing the fan dance that I like. I like the original one. Because the fans like original stuff, not new stuff. Aren't the fans so stupid?
Yeah, because how would he know that?
Because everyone knows Uhura did the fan dance. And that's what, anything that ever happened in any type of episode of Trek of all time, every person of all the Federation knows everything.
No, they wouldn't. It's ridiculous. Like I said, I'll give credit to everyone O'Con because he was a big character. Like, he's a big in the history books, but not...
Do you know the Uhura fan dance?
No. No one knows that. They don't even want to know it that know it, okay? Kirk doesn't want to know
So
it.
the guy's going to shoot him and kill him, but then he blacks out again, and then he wakes up.
This keeps happening, by the way, and it gets annoying.
He wakes up, and he's just like in a spacesuit in outer space. Like, oh my god, where am I at? They're on top. So he's outside the bird of prey for some reason?
Was he fixing it? Was he doing something? The fact we don't know pisses me, because I want to know what this mission is. We don't know.
We're never going to know.
We don't know. That's the thing.
So he's like, oh my god, what's going on? And then he sees the chief engineer, and his auction's all effed up. He's like, oh, we got to get back inside the ship.
You're going to be dead in 60 seconds.
He's trying to save him. Then the other guy is like, come on, get in here, and there's another ship. So they needed the bird of prey, and then there's this other ship they jump into, ends up saving him, and of course, this whole time, Rutherford's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, and he blacks out again, and he falls on
and he hits the thing, and starts to initiate the warp thing. Well, don't do that, and then they just take off. It's like, okay, what's happening here?
Then he wakes up in the middle of a Gorn wedding.
This
is getting, do you remember, like in Family Guy, when they just do a random joke?
Yeah.
About some random thing. This feels just like that. Where what if you landed at a Gorn wedding?
But the problem is, it's random,
nonstop.
Right to the point. I don't want to
with
see
nonstop Easter eggs.
I don't know what's happening.
It's frustrating as a viewer to be confused all the time and knowing it's never going to add up to anything.
No, that's the part that takes you off the most.
So he's at a Gorn wedding and they go to attack him and he's like, "Oh, I'll just pass out again and then my body will save me." He passes out, but he wakes up and he's still, like, being eaten?
Yeah, like, it's only been, like, a few minutes.
Or seconds.
Maybe.
We don't know, because wouldn't they have, like, killed him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because Gorns are pretty strong.
Yeah.
You know, you need the fighting skills of Kirk to take one on.
Or being the Terran Empire world and you turn down the gravity so you just shoot him like a coward.
That's what I do. So he's all getting eaten and everything. But then they get back to the trial, and the guy's like, well, how did this end up in a Gorn wedding? I want to know about the map. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, I don't remember because I kept blacking out, and this is how it happened. So it was just frustrating. And then he's like, forget it. Enough of you. You're to the stupid, put you in the tube.
The right in front of the pit where Remander's at.
Then the only thing I like about this episode is that what's her face ran out there to defend him.
Yeah.
Because of course she likes him. That's it. No more nothing about this episode is good. Then he's like, okay, you tell us what happened. Ooh, I always wanted to testify. Isn't that great? Hi, everybody.
So don't talk to them. What are you doing?
So she's going to explain what she was going to do. And he asked her, have you ever been in the neutral zone? I can't answer that. Oh, you have to, or whatever, and everything. And so she went on some secret mission in the neutral zone?
Yeah. So that's classified. I can't tell you.
Because in all things, all you need to do is give your name, your rank.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even say you did anything.
Yeah. I'm going to give you my name and my rank.
Yep.
That's your big three. Your
Yep.
position, name, and rank. So he's going to ask about this. And so they're going to like, forget it. We're going to just throw you in the thing. And then Brad's like, just tell them what they want to know. Okay. So it all started out with my cool assignment. I get to go clean the briefing room. Isn't that so cool? And then Mariner's like, oh, that's a stupid thing. But in the briefing room, you could talk about stuff like the Borg.
So you can talk about the board here, yeah, but she said the kids up there, it matters. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
like
what I would have
there.
said.
But she's like, oh, but there, it becomes like a brief. It's a meeting.
And then Diddy Mercer, I wish I could be up there. Well, I thought you said you don't want to be up there, Mariner. So which one is it?
You should just be cleaning up cat fur because what's her face is a cat.
Yeah.
So she's in there literally cleaning cat fur. Then I'll bleep that out.
Yeah.
So like these big giant buff like these marine looking dudes come
And
in.
then big on a Dorian, like they really buff.
These
You don't
guys-
see their faces, you don't see their eyes. It's supposed to be.
And they get their names are
Top
bleeped.
secret,
And the
yeah.
guy's like, you can't withhold information. You can't do that. I just did. Okay, go on. So these people are like secret badasses. And they literally would look like what you think like the Expendables.
Yeah, like commandos.
Do these kinds of people exist in Trek time? But they wouldn't act like this. These guys...
No, these act like meatheads.
Yeah.
Total meatheads.
like you would see in an action movie today.
Yeah.
So they're in there and they're going to be doing this secret mission. They keep bleeping out all the like details.
Yeah.
And they keep saying, ooh, ee, but when we get to bleep, and I can't believe this one guy bleep.
But the problem is, when he's talking about it, she ends up forgetting. She starts thinking about, this is so cool, I'm doing this. Listen to what they're saying. This is top secret. Why are you being so...
So they got this map, and this map's going to show them how to get through the neutral zone to go get the package.
Yeah.
So whatever the secret thing they're going to do, all this stuff happened. So on the bridge, when Boenger was talking about what he wanted to do, they cut him off. So then Ranson grabbed that map and then called in these super spec op guys. Like, it's so weird to try to connect everything that was happening.
That's so weird. No, this would have made sense. And she thinks she's a cleaner, but she thinks she's a cleaner like cleaning the room.
Yeah. So but why would they assign her that without telling her?
No wonder then this is what I just said. The reason why we're using you for this mission, you can't tell anyone about this because you're Orion. We're going to dress you in Orion clothes and you're going to be like in charge of this Romulan ship and you have us, we're your slaves or something like that and you're having us go into Romulan space. Wouldn't that make sense?
So...
Since she's Orion?
But she's the cleaner, so they can't... No, like in an action movie, call them the cleaners. And those are the guys that like take care of the problem.
Why do they think she has this ability? She's just an ensign.
I don't know.
I forgot. I don't know. I don't know the name, but the security guy. Wouldn't he make more sense?
Because he's like a badass.
Yeah.
So like they hand out the plasma rifles and they're gonna go do this secret mission.
And they're like, oh yeah, let's go. It's like, no, they wouldn't.
So they're on
like
that bird of prey that what's his face stole.
Yeah.
And they're sitting in there and they're talking about the mission. And she's like trying to keep bringing up why, like, oh my God, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not the cleaner you think I am. I'm literally just a janitor. And
this part. Oh.
Then they're cloaked. And okay, be quiet. That's like a submarine thing.
They wouldn't hear you on another Romulan bird.
That's not how this works.
No, they wouldn't hear you at all.
So he does that and he cuts her off. Then she tries to explain herself again and he cuts her off. She tries to explain herself, then she cuts her off. Tries to explain himself, then she cuts her off. I'm not lying. They do the joke 5 times.
Yeah, they do. He's not kidding.
Oh, shut up. Be quiet.
And each time there's more Romulan warbirds each time.
They're scanning us. Oh, no. They're scanning us. 5 times.
That only works like submarine because they can hear everything. And this ship, they can only see. There's no hearing. They wouldn't hear you.
And the rule of comedy is the rule of 3. You can do a joke 3 times. And sometimes it's hilarious. Like where like you don't think they're going to bring it up again and they bring it up again. I think
Captain Mercer and the plant guy, that was hilarious.
That's what makes it funny because it's the 3 times. They do it 5. It wasn't funny the first time, and it sure wasn't funny the 5th time.
So, what's his name? And then later, hey guy, he just can't remember.
Even though they keep telling him his name, he just keeps forgetting.
He's the one that waters the plants.
That's funny.
Yeah.
They do it 3 times. And there's air to breathe.
And then there's like 10, 15 minutes in between. This is seconds.
Rapid fires. They keep scanning. Everyone shut up. So they get to the this Romulan base, and they're gonna go get the package. But she keeps explaining to him like, "This isn't me. Sure thing. I know you being so young and being a cleaner. It's really impressive. Yeah, I get it. No, she's trying to tell you I'm not supposed to be here."
Yeah, there's another thing that's so weird about this is that none of her background suggests she should be doing this. Nothing. She's a medical officer.
Yeah.
Science. There's nothing. Another thing is, just like Rutherford, why is she so loud? You're on a Romulan base. Shut up. Shh. Quiet. Why are you talking so loud? This isn't funny.
So they get down there, and these guys are going in there. So they're going to go and I guess shoot and go away to this thing. And then we hear these 2 Romulans. Oh, you know what I hate? I hate the Remis. Oh,
Remis.
The Remis. Oh yeah, they're gross. Remember that in the movie?
Gosh.
And it's never funny. Not once have they called back to anything and it was ever funny.
The only times it's been slightly funny jokes they have to do with everyday things. Nothing to do with Star Trek.
Yeah, nothing to do with Trek whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, like, they beat these 2 guys up, and then, like, they're like, "Oh, man, you're one cold son of a bitch." Because I guess I don't know what the hell she did to these guys. Then they're
I
like...
love when a plan comes together.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
What is this?
It's like it's like the A-Team, a lot like the A-Team. Then, they crack open this door, and like, "Okay, cover our 6. 6, what 6? What do you mean 6?
That's a military
Just watch
term.
our back. Cover our retreat."
Yeah.
So, like, she's waiting around like, "Oh, no, what do I do?" Then the doors open up. "Come on, cleaner, do your thing." Then I guess she was a secret badass, and she beats the living hell out of all these...
We guessed that she was going to do that.
There's Romulans.
Yeah, beating the crap out of her. And Raptor said, "Oh, I just wanted her to transport us." Then why don't you just say that then? Why would you say it like that?
Here's the thing.
Bro talk.
Yeah, bro dudes. That's how they talk to each other.
Yeah.
So, are Ryans, like, super strong?
No.
Sure the hell Romulans are.
The men are tend to be big, but the women, they use their pheromones to...
So, like, they're just of average strength, right?
Yeah, for women.
So, how the hell is she doing this?
That makes no sense. Especially against Romulans. They're supposed to be pretty strong.
Yeah, so, as I say that, they get transported to ship. "Oh, we're going to command everything, but remember, we can't tell you anything that this ever happened."
Yeah.
Okay, they save the package, and it's like a big thing. I'm like, "Oh, God, there's someone in there."
Yeah, it has to be.
So, whatever.
It almost looks like the one they used, remember, when they got those Romulans away from when Dan and Troy had to go undercover?
What a great episode.
And she was forced to do it.
Oh,
See, that's how you do an undercover episode.
I love that captain, that Romulan captain, because she was right.
Yeah.
And then Troy had to treat her like crap, even though she believed in everything she said.
Yeah, she did.
"Oh, what you did to my father, all because he didn't,
He just had some ideas about having a free society.
And the Tal Shiar came and killed my father, and I don't trust you one bit." Like,
no.
Oh my God.
And you know, on the side, she's thinking, "Yes, I agree with you, but I have to pretend I don't."
Oh my God, that's such a good episode.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever, back to this stupid crap. Ooh, this is where what's his face sits, and she's gonna go clean that part. So she goes right back to being happy to be a cleaner.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Then the guy's like, "That's impossible. You couldn't have beat up all those Romulans." "Exactly, I didn't beat him up. Wink, wink. I'm so funny."
Yeah, I know. Gosh.
Then, whatever.
And the whole time it's happening, their superiors are standing up above them.
But they have a strange look on their face.
Yeah.
Like they're standing there like,
Yeah, why don't you say something? What's going on?
So, forget you. We're throwing you into the pot with the eels. And then they turn the fire on, so the eels... what I thought was when they turn the fire on, the eels are going to try to fight their way out, thus kind of attacking you.
Yeah, exactly.
But they don't do that.
And Mariner says some gibberish, like, burnt something eels burner.
She's talking about the burners and the eels, but it's so garbled with
Yeah.
all the noise and music, you can't even understand what she's saying. Then, but like I said, the burners are only hurting the eels, they're not hurting them.
Yeah.
So it's Brad's turn. So Brad has to tell him what the part of the story that he says. Then he's like, "Tell us what happened." He's like, "I don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. They didn't tell us anything." "What do you mean they didn't tell you? Aren't you Starfleet? Aren't all your officers supposed to be briefed on every single thing?"
This is where it's putting down the fans right here.
This is guess the fans, and they're just sticking it to you. "Oh man, we're so smart."
Yeah.
No. Anyone listens to this and you're a Trek fan and you love the series. So he starts to name off all the times that they all screwed up. "Man, there he goes, what do you mean? These are your superior officers. They're your captain of your ship. They're infallible. They're unapproachable. They're the best." And no one ever said that about any of these. No one has said that.
Human beings at this point have evolved, but they also make mistakes, but they rise above it. That's what makes them so great. They rise above the pettiness and the backstabbing.
No one ever said Picard was perfect.
No.
No one ever said Cisco was perfect. No one ever said that. No one made that claim.
But that's what they think we think.
Yeah.
That's how stupid
you
they
think
are.
they're perfect, don't you? I never said that.
No.
So he starts to name off all the times they screwed up. Like whenever Q comes on board. And he's dressed in his Tribunal original outfit.
And he's putting him on trial like he did Picard or Freeman. Well, not a special thing with Picard and him.
And here's the thing. Instead of him... See, Q likes to screw with you on a personal level. But we see Q here, and it's just silly, goofy Q discord from My Little Pony.
Yeah. Like you said, you want to think you're going to see the maze. That's how stupid this is.
Yeah, because, I'm going to put you on trial for all humanity. But he did that to Picard.
Yeah. That was the thing between him and Picard, like I was saying a little bit earlier.
So are we good to believe that he did this to a bunch of other captains, too, just for fun?
No, he wouldn't.
I don't...
Because each captain's different. With Janeway, he kind of thought he wanted her to be like his lover than be personal with him. Picard's like, his intellect like it's Cisco because he's rough and tumble. See, there's different aspects.
And I'm going to push his
buttons.
I want to push the Federation to its limit.
Yeah.
How will you encompass this Federation of
and like
yours?
the time, like even put Picard in Sherwood Forest. See, that was all a challenge.
Remember when he first showed him the Borg? Is your Federation ready for this?
Yes.
I have seen things you're not ready for.
I love Guinan's like, no, don't do this. They're not ready for this.
And I do like the fact that because they're getting chased down, and he's like, what do you want me to say, Q? That get us out of here? Save my crew? I will. I don't care that you think you can, force me down or whatever. It's like, I'm going to do it to save my crew.
Yeah, save us. And then he did. And he goes, no, Lusterman would have just died. He goes, Picard's like, no.
I'm not going to do that.
And he's at the end, the lesson commander learned that lost a life. He goes, well, if you don't want to get out of bed, if you get a nosebleed, don't get out of bed. Then like, well,
you want to traverse the galaxies. This is what you're going to run into.
Yeah,
that's what Q does. This Q's super silly, Billy. I'm going to put you on a chessboard, and there's a football goal, and there's cards and chess pieces.
And literally, and Freeman looks like the queen.
They're literally wearing chess pieces.
Yeah, so dumb. You see a goalpost, and you see a soccer ball.
So we don't see how that finishes up. Apparently Q just likes to do that, apparently. Then, he starts naming off other times that they all effed up. I guess there was a time where I think the cat lady thought they were in a alternate universe, but she just went onto another ship.
And they look just like them, similar almost.
Yeah, literally what you think an alternate universe would be. So the captain is like the man version. Then even the Bajoran is like a big buff lady Bajoran.
Yeah, and Brad's like a bee looking character.
And so there was no alternate universe. She just got onto the wrong ship.
Yeah.
They all look like the same.
And she literally has a male version of her. Just looks like and sounds just like her too.
Oh, jeez, what's that lady's problem? But it's just her voice.
Yeah. So stupid. It's not funny. It's ridiculous.
So then the guy giving the tribunal things like, how is this even possible? You're a Starfleet. You're the best of the best. Aren't you supposed to be briefed on everything? Aren't you supposed to be the top thing where your crew works together? See, they're making fun of us again?
Yeah.
No one ever claimed... I don't know. No one ever claimed these things. No one did. No one ever said that Starfleet was perfect. No one ever claimed that the bridge crew does everything right and nothing wrong. No. This crapping on the fans... It's ridiculous.
But we got to the point where we got away from our petty differences. We still have problems, but we overcome them. That's the whole point.
Yeah, we're not worrying about who spilled my nachos or
did I make too much ice?
Yeah, did I steal too much ice from the thing? Those things don't exist.
No.
But also at the same time, not everyone walks around like perfect everything's.
But that's what they think we think. Sorry for track.
God, I hate that so much. Yeah. But then see, Brad does this weird thing where he's like talking good, but he's also talking bad. But he goes on and says, "We don't know what happened because they don't tell us everything." Sometimes they don't know what they're doing, and we certainly don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if they were going to call you onto a mission, they wouldn't just kidnap you.
No.
Like they did Rutherford. They literally kidnapped
They would tell you what the mission is in detail, and you can't tell anybody.
And what's the cleaning thing? They would tell her what was going on.
And like I said, what her background would give her the ability that she's like that in anything. She's a.
Wouldn't they have wanted Rutherford because he's good with the teleporter?
Yeah.
The transporter? Wouldn't it? Because
that was just for one episode. And then
but he's engineering though.
No, but we forget about that though. We can't bring that up.
But then so after he puts down Starfleet, then he puts them up, then he puts them down, and then he's like, we don't know everything that happened because we weren't there, but I can tell you for a fact that I trust our command that whatever they did it because it was for they had the best intentions and they were doing it for a good reason. So I'm like, so then he's praising his team, but then he's putting them down and he's praising them. It goes back and forth. Then, he kind of just like, he's like, oh, this trial is a sham, and I find you guilty for doing everything you did to us. And the guy's like, whoa, you think this is a trial?
Yeah.
Then they turn the lights on, and it's like, happy birthday party, like balloons and everything.
He's like, what?
It's all pink and colorful.
It's Ridiculous.
So I guess this guy was the package, and he was just thanking the crew, and he wanted them to tell the story so he can be scribed on this like big stone.
Why don't you just tell him that instead of all this cryptic nicks? It's so stupid. And there's the senior officers right there in that beam. Why don't they say something?
And then they're like, huh? So we see that in that package it was him.
Yeah.
And then he invites everyone, oh, let's go do this big thing, and you'll scribe my stuff. Oh, it'd be so great and so much fun. But again, so when they decided to do this, none of the crew told them about it. Oh yeah, guys, we're gonna go down to this planet, and you're gonna tell your story so we can put it in this history.
The thing is, everyone on the ship, like I said, there was an episode of Voyager when he was talking. It was called The Good Shepherd, when she was working with some misfits on Voyager that were stuck there because they were in the Delta Quadrant, and they're on this mission together. And she goes, "Don't you feel any accomplishment with all of us? We all accomplished something. We all feel like we did something when
you're in the Federation. Sure, there is individual things, but it's for the greater good of the
team.
Federation.
We all feel good because we accomplished something, from the lowest cadet to an admiral,
for mankind.
Yeah,
that's for the investment of the human race and all of the Federation.
Yeah,
remember that?
No, everything's isolated. No one knows anything.
Everything is a personal achievement.
Yeah.
So they don't know. So that's what was going on the whole episode. So it was about them getting thanked, but they never knew about it. So then they start arguing about it. What do you mean? You brought us in this freaking tribunal room.
Mariner kept saying, this is a trial. No, Mariner, it's not.
So after he explained it like a couple times that it wasn't a trial, then he's like, you got our designated tractor beam. Oh, this is a beam of exaltation, of like pride and everything. So that's why they were standing like that, but why did they say anything?
Yeah, say this is not that.
So,
we don't want to interfere with their culture. No, you just say something.
So they keep complaining, like, what do you mean the guy with the gavel and all that? But I guess everything had a different meaning. And what about that guy up there? He's like, I'm just waiting to celebrate my daughter's birthday.
100th birthday.
So I'm not even here for anything.
Then why'd you even do it then?
Why were you there?
There, yeah.
So it was like, this is one of our nicest places. I had my wedding here, and I just wanted to be a nice time for everyone. Then a guy comes in, well, you know what? Your time is up. And he's like a waiter.
Yeah, like you would see a maitre d'.
Yeah, and I know like the guy at Applebee's.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you only had 22 minutes. Because cartoons are only 22 minutes long.
That's so dumb. Gosh, this is so dumb.
So his 22 minutes are up, and they didn't get to write anything on the stone, and he's all upset about it. Then she's like, "What the heck? What is it?" Then they keep arguing. Then Captain comes on, Freeman comes on. Okay, Mariner, let's get out of here. You ruined this day. Oh no, you doing this wrong. So they literally keep shouting at each other back and forth.
Just go.
And they get louder and louder and louder and louder.
Oh jeez.
They get back to the Cerritos, and the captain's like, you know what? Basically, they did do a big major screw up, but how could you blame them for not knowing what was going on?
You didn't tell them anything.
And they're like, then she's like, but you did stick up for Starfleet.
Yeah.
He did, and he kind of didn't. It's weird. So
he did better than the others.
He did better than the others. So she's like, you know what? That was really good of you. We need to be more transparent. So when we're doing these kinds of things, we should let each other know, let everyone on the crew know what's going on.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Then they start asking questions. Oh, so what was the deal with that one guy? What did he do? Why was he captured? Oh, yeah. Then what about that bird of prey? Why didn't we just ask for it? Why did we have to steal it?
The Vulcans have old ships. Why don't we use one of theirs?
And then they go, yeah, but what about this? And they keep asking all these questions.
Like we would be asking.
Then the captain's like, that stuff's classified. Oh, yeah, Captain Clarity here. Then they all start screaming at each other, and that's the end of the episode.
And she's, no, forget it. We're not going to be clear. So all that she just said is thrown out the window.
Go back to the lower decks.
Because we're never going to learn, because they're telling us that, the fans that. You don't deserve any answers to any of these questions.
Oh, yeah, Q shows up at the end.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, God. So they're walking down the hallway, and they're talking, then Q shows up, and he's like, I'm going to put you on trial for mankind.
Is that to everyone? Even ensigns now? That was something he did with Picard because that was significant, but now it's a silly thing now.
Yeah, so that whole thing has no significance anymore.
No.
They pissed it all away.
Yeah.
And then I predicted that the Q episode would be about Mariner besting Q, but she kind of does a little bit here. I ain't got time for your Q shit.
Yeah, ridiculous. He's Q. He can make it happen whether the guys are like it or not, Mariner.
Isn't that funny, Mariner? Let's make your mouth disappear.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Can you imagine talking to Q like that? I remember when in the last episode of Q in Voyager when it was his son and he didn't like the fact that niggas kept talking to him. He just took away his mouth. That's what he would do.
I love
with vocal cords.
I just when one of my favorite Q moments is the one. Remember when Picard died, and then he sees him. He's like, "I will not believe that you're God." He's like, "I don't care.
No, the universe is not that flawed."
He's like, "There's no way that you are God." He's like, "Oh, Picard, I'm
not confessing my sins to you. I'm not like
come to me, my son." He kept effing with him. That's funny. What Q does. He doesn't be a silly Billy.
No.
Remember when he put the mariachis on the deck?
He got his power back. That's what made it funny.
He does stuff like that.
The random stuff like that.
So Mariner's not. She doesn't want none of his Q bullshit and just like walks away from him.
Oh, come on, let's do this. Come on, like
I want to play a game, and he's literally chasing after her.
No, I don't think.
And that's the actual end of the episode.
Ridiculous.
God damn.
And again, the stuff could be interesting. We'll never know, and it doesn't matter because you're stupid. Because you're Star Trek fans, you should know that. Just a silly stuff.
So this guy is important to something, and he was captured by Romulans, but then they had to do it without letting the rest of the Federation know. Like, who knew? On what levels? Who knew about this?
First of all, why would the instance even be brought down?
And why would they have to use an old bird of prey? It's so weird.
But we'll never know those answers. See, that's what's interesting, not this. Why did they need to? Why couldn't they use the Vulcan ships to get in there? Why couldn't there have been some other way, a third party to get them on those ships? Like, why did they have to steal it?
And why did they use these lower decks people as like people to help them with this when they know they don't have any skills for these things?
No. Like, Rutherford does have engineering skills.
But they didn't use them for that.
No.
You can like learn how to fly this thing. Yeah. But...
Funny, notice they never used Brad for anything in this episode.
No, they didn't.
No, again, because Brad's an idiot.
He was just there on the bridge being an idiot.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, this must have been something that was dire and very quick. Because one of they have gone to Brad Rutherford and said, okay, make sure you download all these schematics. We're going to need you for a high-risk mission.
The thing is, wouldn't they be at high warp right now? Because literally there was 4 Romulan birds of prey trying to look for them. So they knew it was something serious. Wouldn't they be still following them? Oh boy, we better keep going in deep into Federation space so they don't follow us. No, they're just there, stationary, no big deal.
I don't know.
Well, they're on his home planet, but still, like, wouldn't they have been high warp getting that planet? Wouldn't it have been like, oh, we barely got out of that one. We were being chased by those Romulan warbirds.
But know what's more important? Q making me play a chess game.
And ice.
Oh, I took too much ice, and that's why I'm in trouble.
That's so dumb. They don't think like that.
I don't know. So I remember people like one of the writers go, I'm really proud of the last 3 episodes.
No, this one's a fail, dude. You got 2 to go. This one's a fail, and they're going to be fails too.
Are they going to be? Do you think it's going to be a 2-parter? Isn't that like classic Trek where the last 2 episodes are like a big storyline?
But I don't know. This one's so stupid. I doubt it. I don't know.
There's nothing said. I couldn't even fathom how they're going to end this.
I don't care.
I think, you know what I think would be really cool if they all ended with them getting promoted up a rank. They all rank up together.
Yeah, but would Mariner want to? She ever wants
to
be.
But maybe she'll rank up with her people.
Why can't Mariner realize that she likes Brad? Just admit it, you like him. Because you're starting to get a little lukewarm to him, a little bit.
Yeah, they're trying to be a little bit more, but she still puts him down all the time. But at least she's giving him high fives and stuff now.
Exactly.
I don't know. Whatever.
I'm just done. 2 more episodes of this, and then we get Discovery.
And no matter what CBS, hits me with copyrights, I don't give a flying F. They blocked it on mobile devices for showing still pictures.
2 pictures.
Why block it on mobile devices of all things?
I don't know.
So whatever. If you
they said it was manual, which is crap.
Yeah, there's no way no one manually watched this video from CBS and said, "Oh yeah, that's a thing." You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the words for fair use, and it's gonna be on screen the whole time. So they know that this is fair use.
Yeah, it is. It all is fair use.
Yeah, because it's a review and it's transformative. You're an effing idiot. Trust me, no one wants to watch this. We're the only 2 people watching it.
I know, right? And all of our stay.
Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.